The Bonnies and the Flyers each looking for their first ever Atlantic 10 tournament crown tonight in Philadelphia. Which one would come out on top? It would be a war. Early on, the Bonnies would struggle scoring the ball. The Dayton Flyers would jump out to a 27-5 lead. The Bonnies have made comebacks before. In fact, last time they played Dayton, they came back from 15 down to get the 1-point victory, but this 22 is something different. The Bonnies have a lot of work to do. There's Van Tatenhove getting the jumper in the lane. And then Dixon here steps back, pulls up the jumper and hits it. The Bonnies start chipping away at this one late in the half. Here's Jordan McGee driving hard in the baseline, scooping this one from underneath behind the backboard and getting it to go. And then Ortega inside, spinning, finishing the tough land. They would trail by just 10 at the half. In the second half, they'd continue to chip away at that lead. These Bonnies have heart, to say the least. Then Dixon kicks it inside to Van Tatenhove, a jump shot over the 6'5", Casey Nance. And then Ortega here, spinning inside again, fading away, hitting the jumper. She had herself a day. She had 18 and 12. Here's Jess Jenkins for 3 on the wing. It's good. And then Ortega kicking out to Van Tatenhove, who would pull up. Van Tatenhove had 9 points. Jenkins had 9 of her own on 3 of 9 from the three-point line. The Bonnies would not lead until this free throw right here by Elena Walker. The Bonnies would take a 51-50 lead, just under 2 minutes to go. And then Walker trying to drive inside, loses her footing, trying to get the ball to a teammate, loses control of it. Rademing falls on it, calls timeout. The Flyers have the ball down 1. After a couple Dayton free throws taking the lead, Jenkins trying to get this one to go to send it to overtime. No good. The Flyers can celebrate an Atlantic 10 championship. Bonnies fall just short in their comeback effort. A great comeback, however. Now let's get to the press conference.
We have Coach Crowley and Megan Van Tatenhove available for interviews. Coach, once again, we'll start with an opening statement, and then we'll open the floor up for questions.
I'm exceptionally proud of our group. I think people who didn't get a chance to see us all year, hopefully they stayed to watch the second half. This one was on me. I didn't have our kids where they needed to be at the start of the game. They were really tight, and I think I was, which portrayed to them. And we just dug too big a hole. So proud of the way we came back, and to Dayton's credit, they made great plays down the stretch. They made free throws. Hoover made a tough layup. And on a day when we didn't play as well as we could have, I'm so proud that we still battled the way we did. I'm not surprised by it, because that's what our team has been all year, and hopefully we've got some more basketball to play.
Still, weren't you thinking at some point we did this before?
At some point, we've just got to play better. Let's play one possession better. Let's play 4 minutes better. I think our kids are always confident with that, and they understand that there's going to be enough possessions to give us a chance, and they're not going to go quietly. I don't think we've ever done 20 before, but we know we can come back with some things.
You had a stretch of 12 and a half minutes. They had 1 bucket, which is when you guys got back in the game. That's pretty good defense on that stretch.
That's what we do. I mean, we're a very good defensive team, and that's what was so frustrating. So a lot of our bad play was Dayton. I mean, they played great defense. They really executed their offense and got a lot of good things out of that. But once we were able to settle in and force them to take some more contested ones and did a pretty good job on the boards, I'll take our defense every day of the week, and I think we showed that today.
How much was it early in the game there? They used their size advantage. I mean, they had Nance on Megan,
yeah,
and then they did a good job with Queen, putting her on Jessica, where they extended the pressure. It seemed to cause problems.
We were bothered by their length for sure, and we had seen that a little in the first game, and we really tried to stress just trying to go forward and attacking their feet, not their arms. And to their credit, they were right up in us, and able to force us sideways, and we didn't have the right mentality. Again, I think the level of the game got to us, but I got to give them a ton of credit. They came out ready, did a great job defensively, and really never let us get comfortable offensively.
What was said? If you can take us into the locker room a little bit after what was said? What was going through your head?
Halftime or the end of the game?
end of the game?
Just tell them how proud I am of them. You know, that we had a bad 15 minutes and we still gave ourselves a really good chance to win the game, and they made plays at the end, and it really wasn't that we didn't make plays. I thought we made some pretty good plays too. Just a day where the ball didn't drop like it normally does for us, the day when you know, we turned it over more than we normally do, and we still just gave ourselves a chance to win against a really, really good basketball team.
Meg, talk about that offense to start the game, because you guys looked a little tight, and I've seen that before. It seemed like you guys got a little bit tighter before you were able to get into it. What was it not flowing? What was different about the start of the game today?
I think what Coach said, we just sort of start out tight, big game situation, and being on TV as well. I think it just let us affect us, and when we finally got settled in, we were playing our game. But by then it was too late.
Kind of a touchy question, Jim, but it sure looked like a jump ball with 11 seconds left.
Doesn't matter what I think. We weren't trying to foul there. We were certainly trying to get the tie up, but it wasn't called. So,
Megan, would you envision when you came to St. Bonaventure that you know there's a very good chance you're going to the tournament, regardless of what happened here, where this program wasn't quite where it is now? Could you have, when you walked in, I mean, are you thinking I'll get an education, play some basketball, or are you thinking I'm going to go to the A-10 championship game here and have a chance to play in the tournament?
I'm a pretty competitive player, pretty competitive person, so I definitely would not have picked Bonaventure if I knew that nothing was going to happen. I had faith in the coaches and, you know, them getting me in the right spots, working me out the way I should, that eventually something like this could happen.
Megan, when Jess released that last shot, did you think it was going in?
Absolutely. When it went off the back iron, I absolutely thought it was in. It looked perfect from my angle. But Jessica played extremely hard.
Any additional
Jim, did you think it was in? Is your whole bench thinking the same thing?
absolutely. Every time Jess releases it, everyone thinks it's in. Every time. It's a surprise when it doesn't go in, regardless of how contested they are or where they're from. You know, she's earned that, and she had hit a couple before that, and you know, and Meg hit on some. I thought our kids played really, really hard, especially the last 30 minutes. Just fought with everything they had. You know, someone had to lose a game, and unfortunately, it was us.
How is she doing?
Jess?
Yeah.
She's upset. I mean, these guys are all crushed. They set a goal to get to the NCAA tournament, and they knew that you know, we'd have the automatic bid if we won. Now, hopefully, we've done enough to get in, but you know, we eliminated the guarantee of that, and by not winning. But it can't take away what they've done. I mean, we won 29 games in 32 we've played. I mean, that's absurd is about the only word I can come up with, and we've done it in all different fashions all over the place, and just no one can take that away regardless what is decided next week.
It should be, right? I mean,
I
is this
can't
a
make
no-brainer?
those. I can't make those decisions.
What do you think, though? I mean,
I would hope so. I mean, you know, people who've been around a little bit longer might know. I mean, I would think our body of work's pretty darn good. You know, we were undefeated on the road. We won a lot of games. We went undefeated in a really, really good league. I can't imagine this would be too big an RPI hit, so we'll be in the top 30 there. I would hope that we're going to be able to, but until we see our name a week from tonight, you know, it's still never for sure.
Jim, can you talk about Doris and Jordan, the way they played in that first half? That really kind of helped.
Yeah,
when Megan just weren't.
Early in the game, I thought Doris was really competing. She wasn't caught up in the moment. She really was making some plays for us, and Jordan gave us a great spark. That was great to see. Her energy and just her willingness to attack the basket, I think, got everyone going. The baseline move she had was awesome. So I thought that really helped. And you know, late we had a situation where Doris had the ball, and it was probably one of our last shots, and you know, we could have gone something to try and get Meg a touch, but they were doubling all the time. Doris has played a really good game, and she had one-on-one coverage. Good shot. It just didn't drop.
Megan, if you can you just tell me a little bit about your frustration level you had some monster games coming in, and then today it was a lot tougher.
Well, that's because Dayton's defense is very physical, very tough, and they really wanted to make a statement from the start. And I began to settle in a little bit more, but I let the double teams affect me, and I will definitely work on that.
Any final questions?
Meg, going forward from here, after today's disappointment from a player standpoint, what do you do in the next week to go, in what you hope is going to be an NCAA tournament game?
Definitely staying focused, getting in the gym, being competitive at everything we do. What we've been doing from the start is what we'll do up until the end.